The coronavirus pandemic has totally exposed the weakness, the complete inadequacy of the British safety net system. Universal credit and the whole tax system is completely failing British people that need it the most. Universal credit, or job seekers allowance, is around, for a single person above the age of 25, is around £318 per month. If you times that by 12 and divide it by 52, that's around £74 a week. How can anyone possibly afford to live on that? Pay bills, pay rent, and have enough for food, clothing, and some element of leisure. They can't afford it. It's nowhere near enough. In other parts of Europe, that is significantly higher. The social insurance for when you can't work is far, far higher in France and Spain and Germany, as it should be. The average worker in Europe, taken as a whole, receives around 65% of their weekly earnings on sick leave. In Britain, they receive around 9%. This is completely inadequate and completely wrong. Unless you work for a company which will pay a proportion or all of your typical earnings when you are on sick, the being left to statutory sick pay is of £90 a week, when the average income is around £30,000 a year. That is many times less than the average salary. And so sick pay after this crisis, and so the whole safety net needs to be completely rewritten and massively improved. And it should be given to all workers, including 0 hours, freelance and self-employed, who ultimately need protections in the event that they have to take time off work for sickness. It's not right that they're left on a pittance of what they would typically earn in times of need. It's not right. It discourages being off work because you are genuinely sick. It discourages isolating when we have this type of virus, because otherwise the alternative is they receive economic and financial ruin, and that is completely wrong. So we need urgent measures, as I've mentioned in other videos. In Norway, I believe they are looking at tax returns for the past 2 years and will pay the median income, so the most common income over those 2 years. They will pay that to self-employed and freelance workers. Instead, in Britain, they will be left on around £400 a month. This is completely wrong. And after this whole virus has stopped, we need permanent protections put in place for all workers, regardless of whether you're self-employed, employed, or on a precarious 0-hour contract or freelance or whatever. We need protections in place that will assist them when people are sick.